Thank you, Madam Speaker. Would the gentle lady from the PBA party list yield to some clarificatory questions?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker and distinguished sponsor. So ito pong ating House Bill number 8520, which is contained in Committee Report number 686, entitled An Act Creating Mandatory Positions for a Human Resource Management Officer for Municipalities, Cities, and Provinces, and a Business Permit and Licensing Officer for municipalities and cities, prescribing their qualification and definition, their powers and duties, and amending for the purpose Section 443, 454, 463 of RA 7160, and amended otherwise known as Local Government Code of 1991. So, ano po ba yung gustong isolve nitong panukalang batas na ito? So, Madam Speaker, distinguished sponsor, ang tanong ko ay, ano ba yung kasalukuyan na meron tayo doon sa mga cities and municipalities at nag-create tayo ng yung position na ganito? So, ano po ba yung problema sa existing na kalagayan sa mga cities, municipalities?
Madam Speaker, wala naman pong problema sa ating existing cities, municipalities, and provinces. We are aware that every LGU has their own human resource office and business processing licensing office. Ang ginagawa lang po itong bill na to, kung may isa sa batas, is to professionalize a certain officer to make sure that they have the proper qualifications, which is vetted and appointed by the Civil Service Commission for the proper appointing officers for these existing offices of the business the business licensing office and as well as the human resource office, Madam Speaker.
So, Madam Speaker, sa makatuwid, sa ngayon, hindi po appointed nung Civil Service Commission itong kinikreate natin na position. Tama po.
Tama po, Madam Speaker.
And in terms of siguro po yung safeguard and protection for the security of tenure ay hindi nagagaranti ng kasalukuyang sitwasyon.
Tama po, Madam Speaker.
Yes, so by creation of this position, gagaya nga po ng sinabi ng ating distinguished sponsor, Madam Speaker, ay ma-professionalized. Dahil I believe siguro mga political appointees na kung titignan natin sa pag-a-assess natin sa kabuuan ng munisipyo at cities ay may mga nalilikhang problema, especially that napakahalaga po, Madam Speaker, distinguished sponsor, itong dalawang kinikreate nating position na sinasuggest ng Civil Service Commission, at naniniwala din naman ako, Madam Speaker, na kailangan itong i-professionalize, especially yung mga qualification, dahil very essential ito kasi human resource at saka yung sa licensing. Tama po ba yung aking expectation?
Tama po, Madam Speaker. And if I may add, this will help integrate all our existing laws, especially with regard to the administrative code, of course, the public office being a public trust, being with regard to our public accountability for those who are placed in government positions under the Civil Service Law, which is, we know, it's the central personnel agency. They are also in charge of integrating all human resource development programs for all levels and ranks and to institutionalize management climate conducive to public accountability. At the same time, our administrative code under Executive Order 292, you can see that under the civil service din po they would be the ones to conduct periodic reviews and decisions and actions of the different various offices to whom the authority has been delegated by the Commission. Pag nakita po natin itong batas na po na ito, ang magiging proseso po ng pagpili sa mga officers, the Human Resource Office, Management Resource Officer, and the Business Permit and Licensing Officer will be appointed by the civil service among those that have been given as a list na eligible by the governor or the mayor. So hindi rin po matatanggal ang mandato na binigay ng local government code sa ating local government units for their human resource management office and their powers. So we are integrating various laws to make sure that we professionalize nga po and to make sure that those that are placed within the different positions under the local government unit are really those qualified to be placed in whatsoever position that will be placed there, Madam Speaker.
Yes, thank you for the explanation, Madam Speaker, distinguished sponsor. So, sa kasalukuyan kasi para mga political appointees, itong mga position na ito, tama po ba?
I wouldn't know because it is really within the prerogative of every local officer. If it's their prerogative, so I am not sure if it's a political appointment or it's within their mandate to choose. But at least this one, if we do pass it into law, will help create now a system to make sure that they are vetted well, they have the proper qualifications, and a certain officer that has qualifications will be placed to look into if this whoever that will be placed in position is really qualified for the job for any local government unit position, Madam Speaker.
So, sinasabi rin po ba natin na yung implication nito, so syempre, we respect naman yung mga reasons, dahilan kung bakit nag-appoint yung ating mga local officials ng existing na mga positions na nasa human resource management at saka dun sa licensing. So tinitiyak po ba, Madam Speaker, distinguished sponsor, na yung mga existing na nakapwesto sa ngayon ay hindi sila matatanggal or mariretrench? Mag-undergo ba sila after this bill pass into law? Mag-undergo din po ba sila ng civil service exam for them to qualify for such positions?
For the qualifications with regard to the first level of civil service eligibility under this law is only for the officers, not all employees. However, to address the questions on the existing employees, if matatanggal po ba sila, in Section 5 and in Section 5 you would see that there is for the local government units concerned holding permanent positions, they are given preference in the selection and the appointment of the positions that they have already. At the same time, for also the temporary and casual employees will also be given preference for the selection. So hindi po agad-agad, wala rin po matatanggal ng trabaho because they will still go through the selection process and such.
Okay, so parang malabnaw, Madam Speaker, sa akin yung tinatawag na preference. So talagang, kumbaga, sa ating mga existing na mga officers on human resource management and licensing officers, parang, kumbaga, nakaumang yung pagtanggalan kasi preference lang. Hindi po ba pwede natin palitan niya ng priority kung sila naman ay may qualification based doon sa identified na section as regards to the qualification of those position, hindi ba pwede dapat ay priority sila, not just a preference?
I understand where you're coming from, Kong. However, in this, they are giving preference. However, there is this layer wherein it's first the mayor or the governor that will give a list of at least 3 eligible persons, and this will be appointed by the Civil Service Commission. So, as to priority, if they are qualified, and if the governor and the mayor deems them qualified, then they can be placed in the list, because if we do include placing them as priority in this law, we might hit other legal matters here, because under the local government code, it is within the power of the LGU to have this whole process for the human resource management and the business licensing management. So ayaw naman din natin i-encroach po ang kanilang power by mandating them to prioritize these existing employees already.
Yes, Madam Speaker, distinguished sponsor, thank you for that clarification and for that answer. Pero I would prefer pa rin, especially, Madam Speaker, distinguished sponsor, sa ngayon, nakalagayan ng ating mga government employees, especially sa mga local, marami doon mga empleyado talaga na 5, 10, 15 years na. So, halimbawa, sila ay nandoon sa binabanggit nating position na ito na human resource management and licensing. So, parang at stake yung kanilang yung kanilang position, kahit na nandoon na sila, kahit na they were appointed by the previous administration or local officials. So gusto ko lang matiyak, Madam Speaker, through this bill ay mapoproteksyonan din natin sila dun sa security of tenure. Bagamat meron din tayong mga nakahain na panukalang batas ng pagkakaroon ng ng permanent regular position doon sa mga empleyado na may mga at least more than a year na nandoon na sa position, and that position is deemed necessary.
Yes.
At nandoon na nga sila, at ayaw naman natin na magiging threat itong batas na ito dun sa mga existing na nakaposisyon doon.
Yes, very well, I very much understand. But if you also look at Section 5, it says, no new employees shall be hired until all current qualified employees have been considered and duly appointed. So, lahat po na nandun, hopefully secured po ang position, walang matatanggal at malalagay lang po ng bago. Kung wala po talagang makitang qualified, and I'm assuming na meron naman po. Sana, Madam Speaker.
Okay, so last na lang na question, Madam Speaker. So kung ito po ay under the civil service at considered sila na na magiging appointee ng Civil Service Commission, as regard to the salary po, ano ba yung classification ng salary nila? Ano ba yung salary grade na sa kanila, naka-align sa kanila?
Same grade as the department head, Madam Speaker.
Okay. Ganun din po yung sa licensing officer? The same human resource? Ano po bang salary grade yun? Para malinaw lang sa ating mga kabayan. Salary grade.
Let me check, Madam Speaker. Salary grade 24.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and to our distinguished sponsor. So tayo naman po ay hindi naman po tutol sa pagpo-professionalize nitong ganitong position, at alam natin na kailangan yan dahil essential yan sa pagpapatakbo po ng ating mga local government units. i-ensure lang po sana nitong batas na ito at itong kinatawan na ito na ma-ensure sana na wala po talagang yung matatanggal at alam naman natin ang sakit nung yung matanggal sa trabaho just in case, lalo na kung matagal na yung sinerbisyo ng ating mga government employees. Yun lang po, Madam Speaker. Maraming salamat.